What's up, everyone? It is Thursday, January 21st. Welcome to the first episode of Card Talk. I'm really diving headfirst into collecting sports cards. And my plan here is to put out a show about on a weekly basis, just kind of updating the things I'm learning, the things I'm interested in, what the market's looking like, and so on and so forth. So a couple weeks ago, I put out a video regarding Panini Prizm soccer cards from the 2014 World Cup. And just to show you, I put my money where my mouth is. I did pick up a few of these. So here is a Messi Psa9. And then I also grabbed a couple Ronaldo Psa9s as well. So I was really fortunate. I got the Messi at 130 and I got both of those Ronaldos just a hair under 200, I believe. So I'll come back to that in a second. But so I think I put out the video mentioning that I was interested in Panini Prizm soccer cards. I think it was early January. So somewhere like around the first here. And as you can see, those have really trended up. The Messi got up to almost $230, so $100 premium from where I bought it just a couple weeks ago. So that is kind of what I expected to happen. And I think these are definitely cards that I plan to hold. That's why I bought these guys that are GOATs and Messi and Ronaldo. But I will probably hold these at least until the summer when the Euros and Copa America happens. But either way, I think they could be good flips in 3 or 4 months. And I also like their long-term value just because of the player. One other card that I recently picked up is this really cool Mbappe insert. It's a Donruss Optic. Kind of got that comic book look to it. This is a PSA 10. There really wasn't many sales of these, so I'm not quite sure yet whether I paid too much of a premium, but I think these rare inserts are something that could get very popular. If you're familiar with cards, the Kaboom inserts are really cool cards, and this kind of reminded me of that. So I thought that was a good pickup, and Mbappe is one of the few young players that I do believe in, and I don't feel like is too much of a chase. All right, so those are some of my recent pickups. I wanted to just put this Gary Vee tweet up here. I have been a longtime follower of Gary Vee, and he tends to be pretty accurate in terms of his thoughts and predictions on the general feel of larger markets, and he's been a proponent of the sports card market for quite a long time. But I thought this was a pretty interesting tweet, because there was this bubble over the summer, and I think a lot of people are under the impression that they missed out and it's over. But according to him, it is just getting started. So that's pretty encouraging to see. So last night I went into a black hole for like 4 hours looking at Pele cards. One thing that I've been thinking about as I learn more about this industry and this market is that there's a lot of rookie chasing going on with unproven guys, and some of the prices are crazy. So for these guys to pan out, they're going to need to be some of the top players of all time, and that's just not realistic. Only a small percentage of them are going to be able to accomplish that. So I've been thinking about some vintage and some players from past eras that are legends of the game, and investing in those players just because I think that is a safer long-term investment in this hobby, regardless of the market fluctuations and more of the short term. So that brings me to Pele. This guy was the leading goal scorer of all time until Ronaldo just passed him yesterday. But an absolutely amazing player that probably not enough people know about or talk about, at least if they're not familiar with this sport. He's the only player to ever win 3 World Cups. And like I said, he scored a ton of goals. Second all-time goal scorer behind only Ronaldo. Probably will get passed by Messi. But nonetheless, I think he's a great long-term investment in soccer in terms of a card. But also, I like some short-term trends that are upcoming, and he's got a documentary film coming out on Netflix, as you can see here, February 23rd. And I was not really privy to the card market back when the Jordan documentary came out, but apparently that caused his rookie card to absolutely shoot up. So I think something similar could happen with this documentary, but even if it doesn't, I like Pele as a long-term investment. He's going to be one of the greatest soccer players of all time, regardless of how Messi and Ronaldo finish their careers. I mean, they'll be right up there, but he is certainly one of the all-time greats and probably in the top, easily in the top 5 conversation, maybe top 1, 2, or 3. Depending on how you rank some other guys. Like it's really Pele, Maradona, Ronaldo, and Messi. I think those are the 4 greatest players of all time. That's pretty indisputable. So the problem with Pele cards, especially early Pele cards, like ones that are considered as rookies, is that they're extremely expensive. I just bought a fractional share of one of his 1958 rookies on a cool app called Rally Road, worth checking out. That was valued at $350K. So that gives you an idea of where his cards are at. So my goal and my research was to try to find some Pele early cards that are perhaps considered rookie cards that go for less than $1,000. That was kind of asking a lot, but I did have some luck. So there's this German set, Hernarole. Yeah, I'm gonna butcher that one, but you can see it there. It's a 1958, 1959 set. Pele's rookies are generally from 58. Apparently there is one from 57 that was recently found. That's going to have crazy value. But nonetheless, the late 50s and even early 60s, some of these cards are considered his rookie cards. So here's one from this German set for the 1958 World Cup. It is a little strange that the Brazil jersey is red there. I don't know if they actually wore red or that's just a discoloration issue. But anyway, that's how all the cards look. So this is one of him in kind of an action shot. I don't love the card, but it is considered one of his rookies. And the population on these is so low. So, for example, this one has a population of 87 graded, with 8 being the highest grade. These are going for over 2K at the higher grades. But the thing is, when a population is so low and we're talking about an absolute legend like this, the grade really does not matter because there's just so few of them out there. So here's a 2 that's currently being auctioned. Probably going to stay away from this one because I honestly just don't love this card. From the same set, there's this team card here, and you can see Pele in the center there. This one, interestingly, only has a population of 39, and they're graded up to 9. The most recent sale of PSA 5 went for about 900. So this is definitely one I'm looking at picking up because, again, although it is a team shot, it is considered a rookie, and they did win the World Cup that year. So it's a pretty cool card to have in a very rare set. And then the one I like the most is a 1961 from the same company, and it's got Pele in his Santos colors. I just think this card is a lot more striking than either of those two, just because it's a close-up shot of him. It's certainly questionable whether this would be considered a rookie, and I'm not so concerned with that because it's just a super rare card. There's only 17 of these graded by PSA, with the highest grade being a 5. So that's kind of cool. This one is a 1, but it's actually like immaculate on the front. So again, even though it's the lowest grade possible, I think it has great eye appeal. So I think that's a really interesting card. So the other option in terms of Pele, if you do not want to splurge on one of these vintage cards, would be to look at an autograph card. There's plenty of Pele autograph cards. They started sometime in the 2000s. It might have been post 2010, but there's a ton of them out there. The biggest thing is to distinguish between autographs that are essentially taped on or actually handwritten on the card. So this is an example of one that I believe is handwritten on the card. Yeah, it looks like it is. So his autographs are going, his autograph cards, that is, are going from anywhere between 300 and 1,000. The lower end ones are going to be those taped on autographs, which just the buzz I've seen around the hobby is that those are kind of frowned upon. But an on-card auto, those are definitely more desirable. So this is another option to look at in terms of investing in Pele. I do plan to pull the trigger on probably one of these 4 cards that I've shown in the next week or two. It is certainly a good deal of money to invest in a single card, but there's not going to be many players ever that are as legendary as Pele. You only got to win 3 World Cups. I don't know if anyone will end up topping that. The only player right now that would have a shot would be Mbappe, perhaps. So that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed. Any questions or comments, leave them below. And I'll be back in about a week with another update. Finally, if you're interested in this type of content or DFS content, please do subscribe. I appreciate the support, and that is the best way to support me. All right, thanks, guys. Take care. I will see you next time.